Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. You're about to hear the story of a man who was once a king and then lost everything. Rio de Janeiro, early 1990s. The smell of wet soil after the rain. The echo of children laughing, chasing a worn-out ball through narrow streets. Among them, a boy, barefoot, skinny, his eyes filled with fire. His name, Adriano Ribeiro. His family didn't have much. Some nights, dinner was just rice and beans. Other nights, nothing at all. But Adriano never complained. When the world gave him pain, he answered with football. The ball was his best friend, the pitch, his escape. Every shot, every pass was a prayer, a promise to his mother and to his father. One day, I'll make you proud. And he did, because that boy would grow up to become the emperor. It's 2004, winter in Milan, San Siro, filled with 80,000 fans, and in the middle of it all, a 22-year-old Brazilian striker, stronger, faster, hungrier than anyone else. Adriano wasn't just good, he was unstoppable, a left foot and like a hammer. Every shot, thunder, every goal, an earthquake. Inter Milan fans chanted his name, Adriano, Adriano. The newspapers called him the Emperor. He was a hero, a superstar, a nightmare for defenders. But for Adriano, fame didn't matter. The money didn't matter. The trophies didn't matter. What mattered was one man, his father, sitting in a small living room back in Brazil, watching his son on a tiny television, smiling, proud. Adriano lived for that smile. And then it happened. One night, after training, Adriano got a call. He answered, a voice, calm, cold, final. Your father is gone. The phone slipped from his hand, his knees hit the floor, and for the first time in years, Adriano cried like a child. He didn't just lose a father, he lost his best friend, his protector, his reason to fight. That night, something broke inside him, something no one could ever fix. He tried to play, he tried to smile, but every cheer felt hollow, every goal meaningless. The newspapers wrote about his injuries, but the real wound was invisible. It wasn't in his legs, it was in his heart. Adriano turned to alcohol, parties, late nights, women, anything to escape the pain. But grief is louder than music, and sadness always finds you when the party ends. His teammates saw him change. One of them once said he would laugh with us, then go back to his room and cry all night. Adriano gained weight, missed training, missed games. The emperor was falling. By 2008, Adriano was a shadow of himself. Inter tried to help. The coaches begged him, come back, Adri, we need you. But he couldn't, because the fight was never on the pitch. It was inside his mind. He went back to Brazil, tried to start again. Flamengo welcomed him home. For a while, it worked. He scored goals. He smiled. People thought, maybe, just maybe, the emperor will rise again. But grief doesn't go away. It hides, and then it returns. The headlines became cruel. The emperor of the night, Adriano the drunk. But no one really knew his pain. He wasn't addicted to alcohol. He was addicted to forgetting. 2016. Adriano retires. No farewell match, no tears on the pitch, just silence. People asked, what happened to Adriano? The truth is simple. Sometimes the strongest men are the easiest to break. Adriano didn't fail. He loved so deeply that when he lost that love, he lost himself. Today, he lives quietly, far from the spotlight. Sometimes, you see him smiling in photos. Other times, you hear rumors. But one thing never changes. In Milan, they still remember. In Rio, kids still shout his name. Adriano, the Emperor. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough. Thank you for listening. And remember, even the brightest stars can fall.